Welcome to the Tech Wrap-Up. Today on the Tech Wrap-Up we will have the tech news. Also, a leak shows that Intel's Core i series will be rebranded to Core Ultra. Also today, the EU has warned Apple about limiting non-certified USB-C charging, cable charging and data transfer speeds. We also have more topics. Welcome to the Tech Wrap-Up. It is nice to have you with us. Okay, so you might notice that the Tech Wrap-Up today has a new look. Yeah, we've got the new design now. But this is going to be the last time that the Tech Wrap-Up is in this sort of format. So our format will be changing to something similar to the WAN show. Let me just check that my mic's working. Check. We're all good. So yeah, we want it to be a little bit more, like, less scripted. We'll just have a dot with topics. Other than the tech news, we will still keep the tech news though, but it's so that we can make the show longer, and yeah, no, everyone. Oh, I just posted the intro. Okay, right. Should we get into the tech news? And we are not on Twitch today. In fact, I can probably take that Twitch bit out, but anyway, should we get into the tech news? Into Crunch news. That should be changed. Anyway, right, let's do it. Okay, hello and welcome to the Crunch News segment of the Tech Wrap-Up. Let's get into our first story. Ex-Uber security chief sentenced over covering up hack. Uber's former chief security officer has avoided jail and is being sentenced to 3 years probation for covering up a cyber attack from authorities. You can stop that. There we go. Okay. Joseph Sullivan was found guilty of paying hackers $100,000 after they gained access to 57 million records of Uber customers, including names and phone numbers. He must also pay a fine of $50,000 and serve 200 hours of community service. Prosecutors originally asked for a 15-month prison sentence. Sullivan was also found guilty of obstructing an investigation from the Federal Trade Commission. According to the Wall Street Journal, Judge William Orrick said he was showing Sullivan leniency partly because this was the first case of its kind, but also because of his character. If there are more, people should expect to spend time in custody, regardless of anything. I hope everybody here recognizes that. The hack. Sullivan began his role as Uber's chief security officer in 2015. In November 2016, the attackers who targeted Uber emailed Sullivan and told him that they had stolen a large amount of data, including records of 57 million Uber users and 600,000 driving license numbers had been stolen. According to the DOJ, Sullivan arranged for the hackers to be paid $100,000 in exchange for them signing non-disclosure agreements to not reveal the hack to anyone. The hackers were paid in December 2016, disguised as a bug bounty, a reward used to pay cybersecurity researchers who disclose vulnerabilities so they can be fixed. The hackers subsequently faced conspiracy charges in 2019 and pleaded guilty. Right, let's get into our second article. Anything on... This is the reason why we've never used YouTube before for live streaming this is because we've never... I've always had issues live streaming on YouTube. Yeah, anyway. Let's get into our second article. The UK game sector wanted the Microsoft deal, says Sir Ian Livingstone. The UK games sector was in favour of Microsoft's bid for US firm Activision being approved, according to the man who led the company behind Tomb Raider. On Thursday, both Microsoft and Activision have said they will appeal against the CMA's decision. On Thursday, Microsoft President Brad Smith launched a fierce attack on the judgment, telling the BBC that marked Microsoft's darkest day in its 4 decades, of working in the UK. People are shocked, people are disappointed, and people's confidence in technology in the UK has been severely shaken, he said, adding that the European Union was a better place to start a business. The spokesman for Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said Mr. Smith's claims were not born out of the facts, adding that the UK games sector had doubled in size over the past 10 years. Sir Ian, who is now co-founding partner of gaming investing group Hero Capita, told the BBC's Today programme, "I think it's the sentiment of the games industry itself in the UK for it to go ahead." Okay, that was the tech news. Let's get into our first topic. A leaker has reported that Intel may change the name of the Core i series to Core Ultra. So this is quite interesting. This is our headline topic for today. I need to get a 1080p webcam for over here as well. So apparently, if we just go to this. So apparently, the rebranding is going to start with the launch of the mobile Meteor Lake processors. So this is the thing that someone's seen showing the Core Ultra 5 1003H. So that's a laptop processor number. So it's really weird. The Core i series is really well known, and yeah, it's honestly a bit stupid because they're having some trouble competing with AMD at the moment. So yeah, although I am thinking of moving to Intel because of the 14-core 13500 Intel Core i5 13500. And down here it says 5 years from now, presenting the Core i9 Ultra 17900K, requiring the power of a small planet to cool it. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened. Oh, oops. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. Eventually it'll probably be the Intel Core Pentium Pro Plus Max Ultra i15. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Anyway, shall we get into our next topic? First, let's check the chat. No viewers. Oh. Okay, there are viewers. It's just updated. Hack and Pure Crunch, I love your channel. Thank you. Who talking to cause? What do you mean by that? Anyway, if you're in the chat, make sure to comment on anything like the Intel rebrand. Anyway, shall we get into our next topic? The EU has warned Apple about limiting speeds of non-certified USB-C cables and accessories. Okay, so this one's an interesting one because it would be a very Apple thing to do if they made an MFI or made for iPhone chip in the USB-C cables. But they haven't put any measures on the iPad's USB-C ports, have they? So I hope they don't do it. But yeah. And Apple's cables are really overpriced. Like, we're going to have a video coming out soon about excuse me if you say this is a bad word, but talking about Apple's crappy lightning cables and how they keep on breaking, and I've just had to spend a ton of money replacing all of my lightning cables that have broken. And no, I did not buy the Apple original ones because they'll just break again, and they're 39 New Zealand dollars, which is absolutely ridiculous. I got one that does the same job that was braided for $7. Beat that, Apple. How to buy a nickel cable? Anyway. No, it is not offensive. At least I don't believe it is, because YouTube hasn't taken down the stream, have they? Anyway. So yeah, that's all I've got at the moment. But Apple's stuff is just getting way too overpriced, though. But I myself wouldn't consider buying an Android phone because They can be very buggy. They only get 3 years of software updates, and the hardware's honestly worse quality. That being said, I haven't daily driven an Android phone, so yeah. iPhones may be overpriced, but to me it's worth the price. Or I could just buy a used iPhone. Good value. Used things are such good value. Anyway, should we get into our next topic? Who talking to Soul? What do you mean, who talking to Soul? I'm not talking to anyone, I am talking to you, the viewers. Anyway, let's get into our next topic. Microsoft Edge will display ads for Bing AI when Google Bard is opened. So this is, again, Microsoft's anti-competitive ways. So look at this, if we go over to my screen capture here. So look at this. Compare answers with the AI-powered new Bing. If we just open this image in a new tab and get bigger. And this is on Mac OS as well. Why would you run Edge on Mac OS? Ugh. I've tried it, but still. Edge is utterly awful. Because it's full of bloatware. And I noticed the other day on my mum's computer, on Windows 10, that this random Bing search bar just showed up in the middle of the desktop. Microsoft's just shoving more and more bloatware into Windows. Okay, I can answer the question. When is the next video? It will be on Monday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that our server works. We've had issues with it. That's gonna have to be replaced. Look out for the video of that. It'll be in a couple of months. But yeah, anything else on that topic, really? But yeah, Microsoft's bloatware is... That's why I use Linux as well. So first, Microsoft expects you to pay $200 plus for Windows. This is in New Zealand dollars. And then they shove ads down your throat. Which is... it's disgusting. Yeah. That might be an idea for another video, actually. I'll put that into our video planner. Anyway, I just bought a new Intel computer. Both AMD and Intel are pretty good at the moment. Yeah, although at the lower end of the 5 tier of the Core and Ryzen processors, AMD's better value, and then you get, for $100 more, you can get 8 more cores by going Intel. Yeah. I do not get bullied at school. Yeah, anyway. I'll just add that. Microsoft's bloatware. There we go. Shall we get into our next topic then? And then we can ask some questions in the chat if you want to, and I'll read them before the break and answer them. Ask some questions about Computer Crunch, or me. I may choose not to reveal some things. But anyway, the Google Pixel Fold is on its way. So there's been rumors all about this, and Google's basically just confirmed the rumors, as they do. Because Google. So there's a little video of it. Let's go to screen capture again. So these are the renders. So yeah, that was the render. So there's no specs have been released yet, but yeah, it's basically said that it's going to be foldable. And on May 10th there's going to be Google I/O. I might cover that, I might not, so we'll have to see, depending on how much time I have. So I think that's enough on the Pixel Fold. When you think about the Pixel Fold, chat. If you have any questions, just pop them into the chat and I'll answer them. About Computer Crunch, about anything to do with tech, to be honest. Tech tips. If I don't get any in a couple of seconds, then Intel or AMD? Well, currently I'm driving an AMD machine, but at the higher level, $400 plus New Zealand dollars if you're going Intel. They have cheaper motherboards and they're much better value because, yeah, but lower than $400. I hope we're talking about CPUs here. AMD's much better value. Because for the price of a Core i3 13100, you can get which has 4 cores. You could get an AMD Ryzen 5 5500 for the same amount of money. Nvidia, Intel, or AMD for GPUs. This one's very easy. AMD. That's what I'm driving right now. But if you're going AMD, I recommend going AMD for your CPU as well. Yeah, if you're going Intel for your processor, then I go with Nvidia. Nvidia's prices on their latest GPUs are absolutely ridiculous, though. Intel Arc. Well, the performance of Intel Arc is improving, but for first generation products, I don't really recommend buying it, although I haven't tried it. I haven't tried an Nvidia GPU either. So, yeah, but AMD's the best bang for the buck, and they've got the best drivers. They've been around, the Radeon brand has been around since 1998. Okay, so yeah, if you've got any more questions, put them in the chat and we'll see them in a couple of minutes. It's time for a break. See you after.
the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I
Welcome back. That took a while because I just had to refresh that intro quickly. That welcome back intro. Hope you liked it. It's a bit better than what it was before. I think that's a bit better. Oh. We've got server issues again because the power went out. Oh great. Maybe I'll need to invest some money into some UPSs as well. Okay, so here are the Crunch News headlines. A leaker has reported that Intel may change the name of the Core i series to Core Ultra. The EU has warned Apple about limiting speeds of non-certified USB-C cables and accessories. Microsoft Edge will display ads for Bing AI when Google Bard is opened. The Google Pixel Fold is on its way. The UK game sector wanted the Microsoft Activision deal. That's it for the Crunch News headlines. On to our next topic. Google has added support for passkeys. So if you don't know what passkeys are, they were announced in an Apple event at WWDC 2022. So you no longer actually need a password to sign into a Google account. So it's basically a cryptographic key solution. So you can ditch your passwords and two-step verification codes. Although I wouldn't really trust that, because what if the device that you were logged into that you used for your verification died? Now that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Anyone on our chat? Nope. Okay. So yeah, Google accounts now support passkeys, and yeah, we might end up switching to them for the Computer Crunch account. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's basically it for that topic. There's not much for that topic. We're getting to the shorter topics now anyway. Okay, on to our next topic. Seagate's Xbox expansion cards have had price cuts. So if you didn't know, the Xbox has a port on the back where you can add expansion cards for storage. Here's a picture of one of those expansion cards. Yeah, so they're all proprietary as well. So it's now available at a lower price, but it's still really expensive compared to just a USB hard drive or solid state drive or something like that. Yeah. But they've dropped $80 off it on the 2TB model, $50 and $50 off of the 1TB and 512GB options. So yeah, that's good for those of you who have an Xbox and would like to upgrade your storage. I don't know why they don't just put an M.2 slot on it. And it really isn't hard to install an M.2 drive. Hey, we've got one viewer again. Got one viewer again. Hello there. So yeah, good for those of you who use consoles. I just use this big box done right next to me. Yeah, it's called a PC. Anyway, Discord is removing the 4-digit suffix to usernames. So, you know how there on Discord there's your name and then there's a 4-digit suffix of 4392 or whatever. So it's going to... So there's no longer going to be a suffix now. So yeah, that's how it's going to look. Bit weird without the hashtag, isn't it? So yeah, and I don't know if this really means anything, but everyone on Discord is going to need to select a new username. So it's going to prioritize long-time Discord users, so the longer you've been on Discord, the sooner you'll be able to choose a new name. So I guess it's just first and first served. Any questions about that? Any questions about the Computer Crunch channel? I'd love to answer them and put them in the chat. I'll answer them at the end of the show. Any tech tips needed? Oh, and we lost the viewer. Anyway, so this is interesting. We've never talked about this company before, but Yahoo has brought Tumblr. Also something we've never talked about before. But anyway, but people reckon that buying Hulu or Netflix would have been a better option. So it paid $1.1 billion for Tumblr in 2013. And yeah, I thought this was just saying that they'd done it now. But anyway, that's so false. Yeah, I don't know what else to say there. So okay, finally, the Google Home app is getting garage door smart controls. I thought it already had this, but okay. So there's currently no release date, but if we have a look at this, controls for smart garage doors are coming to the Home app, Google Home app. So that's what it's going to look like. Yeah. So it'll currently work with garage door systems from Tailwind and Next, not Next. Yeah, I'm assuming there's going to be more garage doors added soon. So that'll be a nice addition for people that have gone all in on the smart home stuff. Yeah. So I think that pretty much brings it to the end. We've had no new messages, so yeah, so thanks for watching. This is available on YouTube. We're not on Twitch anymore, really, for the Tech Wrap Up, unless we can simulcast it. DM me on Discord if you know how we could simulcast things. I'm on the Discord, Computer Crunch Discord server, so yeah. Anyway, remember to like, share this video with your friends, follow us on Twitter, Twitch, and subscribe to us. Also check out our other channels, and check out our Minecraft Java server at provider-chart.craft.py.gg:42790, don't forget the port. And our Minecraft Bedrock server at provider-chart.et.py.gg, and the port is 42790. See you next week. Bye. With an all new way of doing things for the Tech Wrap Up. So yeah, that'll be interesting, I hope, to some of you, maybe. Right. See you later. Oh, well, our sound didn't work, so let's try that again.